Uh-oh, it's the clock may strike. I can't leave. The clock will strike, and then I can't leave the clock, and then I can't leave the, and then I'd rather wait, and that will happen, which shouldn't be too long. Oh, darn it. Time. Now, that's enough. Strike. Oh, come. Ouch.
The clock is striking the error.
And right on the spot.
It's time for your grand entrance, Dorlith. Do I really have to? Quick question. Usually it's you who wins at rock, paper, scissors. But usually it's only about who fetches a fresh bag of chips. Stop trying to make excuses. One for all. And today, the one is you.
Rufus, what are you doing here?
There's been a change of plan. Goal is going to hang on to the Ascension codes.
Turning against the Resistance. Whose side are you on then?
Always on the winning side. Well, sometimes.
What the... It's jammed? Ah! Tough luck!
Or not.
Rufus?
Haha, very good. You made it on your own. Come with me. It's not over yet.
Wait a second.
But, Goal, we haven't got time now for that kind of thing. I mean, shouldn't we wait until you're, back in shape? Oh well, why not? You really need to shave. Let's go. I did it! See? I told you I could. Doc, why are you still trussed up? Lady Goal was supposed to untie you.
But she didn't. She escaped to the future through the portal.
She did what? No problem. Spunky Goal is still outside in Leibold's body. She'll make Lady Goal see reason.
That wasn't Spunky Goal. That was a cleaning cartridge for my video recorder. The other two Goals are still in the machine. Leibold doesn't even have an implant.
But the remote! Oh my. That means I just...
Rufus! What have you done to Garleth? And to Leibold? He seems to be quite distressed.
A case of mistaken identity. Hey! Goal! What's this all about?
I am sorry, Rufus. I just have to make one more change to your plan, I'm afraid.
What? Huh? Change my plan?
Yes. Once again, it's complicated, just like everything that involves you. You cause nothing but chaos. But I'm not made for that. I can no longer stay with you.
Oh, come on. What brought this on? Open up!
Don't even try. The door is bolted. I need a little head start if I want to find Cletus.
Cletus? But what are you talking about? We were going to go to Elysium together. Save the world and all that.
It just doesn't work that way, Rufus. You can't let everybody down and still be the hero. That's impossible.
Hey, impossible is my middle name.
You said it. It appeals to you, doesn't it? You always want what's impossible, and therefore you will never be content. You can't come to Elysium, Rufus, because you carry Deponia within you. Farewell, trash baby.
But wait a sec! But Cletus is a snotty jerk!
Cletus is not a bad person, Rufus. At least no worse than I am, and certainly no worse than you.
I'm 1,000 times better than that pretty boy.
At least you would like to be. I forgave you for splitting my mind, for lying to me, for repeatedly putting me in harm's way, and I forgave Cletus for trying to erase my memory. Now you need to forgive me.
But what about your surgery? We need to put you back together again.
What for? So I will be flooded with doubt again? No thanks, Rufus.
But we were going to save the world together!
That may be true for Spunky Goal and Baby Goal, but I am neither as idealistic nor as adventurous as they are. I just want to go home before it's too late.
But I want to go to Elysium with you!
Do you really want to do that? I know you've got something to prove. Because you grew up in the garbage. Because nobody ever believed in you. But would you really be happy if you achieved your goal? No more adventures? No more plans? I don't think so.
But where's the problem? Why can't we save Deponia and still go to Elysium together?
Because it is mutually exclusive, Rufus.
But it isn't. I know I can do it.
This is about what you don't know. Have you ever asked yourself why they want to blow up Deponia?
What's that got to do with anything?
Everything, really. Elysium isn't the paradise you think it is. It is just a vessel, a starship, designed to leave Deponia once and for all, so that we can start over on Utopia, the nearest inhabitable planet. But Utopia is far away. There is only one possibility of generating enough energy to catapult Elysium there, the destruction of Deponia.
What was that? Elysium is... what? A starship?
Now, do you finally understand? If Deponia is not blown up, then Elysium will soon fall back to the planet. We cannot live forever without a home planet. But Deponia is no place to live. We both know that.
So, Elysium is a starship?
You've got it! Our fathers constructed Elysium so Deponia could be evacuated, so that we can start over on Utopia, the nearest inhabitable planet. But there was only room for a lucky few. They couldn't take everyone.
Well, what's so great about this Utopia?
The grass is fresh and green. The sky is blue. The water runs clear. In other words, it is not Deponia.
Why is this all happening now?
Elysium wasn't designed to float in the atmosphere forever. It took the Organon decades to build the required blast towers. They are distributed all over the planet, and now everything's ready. Ulysses' people stuck to their schedule. Elysium needs to be launched now, or it's going to fall back onto the planet.
What if the Council of Elders knew that Deponia was inhabited?
I don't know. Part of me always believed they would stop the blast then, but that was starry-eyed goal.
Okay, I think I understand now, but...
But what?
But
Is it...
It wouldn't be if you could... Okay, but...
But what?
But there must be a way!
There are even two ways. One leads to Elysium, and from there, onto Utopia. The other one ends here on Deponia, if we survive, that is. I have made my decision, Rufus. Now, it's up to you.
Take me with you to Utopia, then!
And allow them to destroy Deponia. You don't really want that, Rufus. There is too much good in you. Few people see that. You could never be so ruthless. And if you could, how would you be any different from Cletus?
Then let us save Deponia together!
But I've already explained. Saving Deponia would mean the end of Elysium. It would end up as just another mound of trash on this garbage dump of a planet. But I can't live like this. I thought you would be able to relate to that, Rufus.
It's gonna be a bit of work, so what?
I've made my mind up, Rufus. I'm sorry.
Who cares about Deponia? Just as long as I'm with you!
I don't believe you mean that.
There has to be a way to accomplish both! Trust me, I can fix everything!
Just like you managed to fix me!
All I want is a second chance!
You had your chance, Rufus. Deponia had its chance. Sometimes things are actually broken beyond repair. You can keep the other two cartridges. They contain nothing but doubts and silly ideals. I can't use those where I'm bound. I've got to hurry. Donna's submersible awaits. If I don't make it to Porto Fisco with Cletus by the day after tomorrow, it will be too late. Good luck, Rufus.
But... what a woman.
Are you out of your mind? She's going to kill us all.
I think she's fascinating.
Most importantly, she appears to be the part that knows the Ascension codes. We must stop her somehow.
But we're locked in.
First, untie me, and then we'll think of something. There is always a way.
Yeah, like you need to tell me that.
Malevolent karma, so close to a drama, causes fresh doubts in her course disarray, and she left him behind, though still not in one mind, planning to reunite with her fierce fiancé. But if you think it's time for Rufus to resign, so close to the finish line you don't know him at all, for heroes gather momentum on the brink of a Mageddon, and thralled by the squall, they put balls to the wall. The star put balls to the wall.
Rufus! There you are. Ready for shishash?
Janosch, there really isn't a whole lot of room on the trawler, and,
Yes, it's a shame I can't come. I would love to fight on the front line, side by side like way back then.
way back then?
Well, early today then, but alas, it's not possible. I have a mission of my own.
Well, that takes precedence, of course.
At this point, our organization is simply not large enough to take on the Organon.
You think so?
Therefore, I too will travel to Porto Fisco. I'm in contact with the group there that has also taken up the fight against oppression. The passage is already booked. We are going to establish the resistance shell north, right under the nose of the Organon. How does that sound?
Good luck.
Thanks. By the way, I must ask you a favor in this context. When you are in Porto Fisco, you must definitely pay us a visit. I'm certain that people will want to meet the spiritual father of the movement.
We'll see.
Here, you're going to need this.
What is it?
We have agreed on a new secret knock.
Well, the old one was a piece of crap.
Exactly. Nobody was really able to memorize it.
You know, Janosch, I've really got to go.
Yes, time for you to leave. Adventure is calling.
So it is. It's calling, will you finally shut up, you numbskull?
At last? What kept you?
We'll never catch up to the submersible this way.
It's not my fault. I was harassed by some bum.
Where are we going anyway?
My Donna self mentioned Porto Fisco, so that's where we should go.
I think we should first try to locate the signal from the submersible. I seem to remember there's a radio mast on Isla Watchet. Perhaps I can manipulate the transmitter so that our sonar will recognize the signature of the submersible.
By then, Donna will be long gone. No thanks.
I say Isla Watchet.
Bozo is the captain, and he wants to go to Fisco too, right?
We can head for the polar ice cap as far as I'm concerned. Just as long as you finally agree on something.
Enough! I will decide where we're going.
Rufus, those aren't the navigation controls. That's my ear hair remover.
Ah.
After we had a very convenient map navigation while roaming the floating black market, in this rather huge chapter, don't worry, it's not as huge as the black market, we have another map, and a very logical one too. And we really need such a map, as we can travel to different places like Portofisco, where the upper ascension station is probably located, though we can't go there just yet. Then there's Isla Watchet, a storm-ridden island, and the North Pole, which is maybe also called North Pole. It sounds okay, but it would be in fact a terrible mistake. See, it's rather the north by northeast pole, since we know that due to the planet's heavy pollution and the corresponding global warming, the geomagnetic field has been altered. So we actually do not have a real North Pole, just a north by northeast pole, and even that's pretty pathetic. And only because it's tilted to the right so much does not mean we are way up in the north. Anyway, it's the north by northeast pole. Quite impressive, isn't it? We already know the floating black market. That little illustration to the lower left is supposed to be the lower ascension station, by the way. It's a bit rudimentary, but you've probably guessed it anyway. The whole thing is based on the Deponia world map I came up with pretty early. I have no idea where I pulled it from, but I always thought Deponia had to look just like that. Well, of course, with a better resolution than 8-bit. And this is only a small area around the Rust Red Sea.
We should visit Portofisco.
Today is not your lucky day, Seagull. My people rummaged through every pile of garbage, but they found no trace of the girl.
She was here. Why would I lie to you?
I don't know. You appear to suffer from an inflated ego, just like your son.
Rufus is not my son. You can do whatever you want with him. But we had a deal. You wanted a tip, and I gave you one. Can I help it if your people are totally incompetent?
You are wasting my time. And I can't stand it when my time is being wasted.
Hey, you! Tone it down a bit. You're scaring the fish.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I want every nook and cranny of this junk pile turned inside out once more, and close off all access to the harbor. Even if a rat tries to get out of here, I want to know.
That was Argus with his bloodhounds, so the Organon is already after us. Shh! He's right. We need to be careful.
Well, this place seems familiar. Yeah, despite the mood shift though, he is one of my favorite puzzles, and that is beating that fisherman using mind games. Who has most patience? It's great in its simplicity, since the solution is pretty obvious, with a few obstacles put in your way. It's also a bit lateral, bit out of the box. The light mode is something I created out of the original screen by Micha. I fiddled around with some Photoshop sliders and worked on those lights with a standard soft brush to make the bright spots even brighter. This was only for illustration purposes, but it was so well liked that we kept most of it. Micha didn't change too much of what I set up there. Sometimes that's how things roll. Maybe I'm a latent artist after all.
Plus minus plus. What is that supposed to be? I must say, I'm nonplussed. I wish I'd had one of these for Tony. right for me. Hey, Goal, everything okay?
Well, 1/3 of my mind has fled. The Organon is occupying the floating black market, and if we don't do something soon, Ulysses will blow up the planet right under our feet.
I told you this would be fun.
I thought you were just bragging.
We have to get into the gadget shop.
The Organon occupies the floating black market, and the first thing you think of is a looting spree?
Actually, the first thing I thought of was arson.
Arson?
Stupid idea, I know.
And how? The roofs are much too wet.
On.
I hope you...
He's doing his best to seem relaxed, but my trained eyes see right through the charade. How's it going?
Shh! Stop raising such a ruckus.
Oh, let me worry about that. I'm not afraid of the Organon.
Good for you, but please go crow about that somewhere else. You're too noisy. You're scaring the fish.
Oh, get off it. You're afraid of the Organon, too.
Just get lost. I thought you said you weren't afraid.
That's right, I'm not. Are you still trying to tell me that you're not afraid of the Organon?
No, I'm not trying to tell you anything. I'm trying to be left alone. So, scram!
And the fact that the floating black market is under attack doesn't bother you?
Not in the least. The only thing that's bothering me is you.
If you're not afraid, then why did you stop fishing?
Guess why?
You're trembling all over. Your palms are sweaty. Telltale signs that you're scared.
Wrong! The problem's you. Whenever you're in the vicinity, all I catch is boots. So, scram!
Go ahead. Keep fishing, you ninny.
Not until you go away.
Could you please catch a boot for me?
What a dumb thing to ask. If word gets around, they might boot me out of the fishing association.
Is that the biggest of your worries? The fishing association?
No, not with you around.
You can't do it, can you?
Not as long as you're standing there. You're wasting your time. A fisherman always keeps his cool.
This is a free country. I can stand wherever I want to.
Not on my pier.
I don't see a sign.
Well, maybe you need an extra pupil. A fish hook in your eye should do the trick.
Come on. I'll be quiet. I promise.
Even if I did believe that, although you keep proving the opposite, you're still unlucky. As long as you're standing here, I'll catch nothing but boots.
I won't go away until you catch me a boot.
You waiting for me to lose my patience? Don't make me laugh, you fidgety wimp. I'm a fisherman. I once solved Gilligan's Cube by just waiting until all the colors had faded.
Was that a challenge?
No, it was a demand for unconditional surrender.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I have never, ever given up.
Yeah, we'll see. Your feet will rot before I lose my patience. Told you so. You're no match for the patience of a fisherman.
Fish bait fish. The Wenzels of the animal world.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I'm bowing before Neptune. Or, isn't that him?
What? Where? Are you mocking me?
Mocking, robbing, something like that, yeah. It occurs to me that I always have bait in my but it's sure.
Baby goal!
What was that?
That's my new jingle.
Needs a little bass if you ask me. Hey, Goal, everything okay?
I don't know. Are you certain Argus won't catch us?
Nothing is certain.
At least not as long as you're around.
Huh? What? But you're the nice Goal. Did I mix up the cartridges?
No. Spunky Gold just scribbled a couple of tips on my arm.
We have to get into the gadget shop.
Too bad.
No stupid door can stop me.
You're not going to break in, are you?
Why not?
Oh, how exciting! What are you going to do? Are you going to kick in the door?
3 guesses, babe.
Oh, wow! Even though it's double titanium reinforced and it will really, really hurt!
2 left. We...
2...
Yeah.
You're... Oh, what are you...
3...
Oh...
On.
Oh...
How's it going?
Get lost.
Oh, come for
Any kind of blackfish, bluefish.
fish with laces?
Nope.
Oh, dang. I won't go.
You wait. I'm a fish. I once solved guilt.
Was that?
No.
Yeah,
with your fish.
Is this really necessary, Rufus?
You stay out of this. It's important.
Oh, good grief. Come on, Rufus. I'm cold.
Never.
Please, Rufus, I'm cold. Let's go.
Did you hear that? The girl's cold.
Nice try, buddy.
Rufus, I'm freezing to death.
Holy mackerel, you take care of the girl already? She's wearing nothing but PJs.
Tragic, isn't it?
Rufus, please.
Okay. I give up. I can't bear to see her suffer. Here's your stupid boot. I hope it was worth it.
You see, Goal? I won! A worn-out boot! Impressive, huh?
My hero.
How's it go?
Get lost.
Go ahead.
Not until
I've... Why is the food bowl out here when the cat is locked up inside? Either someone is acting out their sadism, or the cat knows a secret way to get outside. That's Gilligan's cat. I wonder if it knows a secret way into the gadget shop. Here, show Uncle Rufus the... it's not... Which is obviously due to the fact that cat... I'll try pushing it open.
The door was firmly locked. The door...
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty. Look what yummies I have here. The cat doesn't seem to be interested in this.
How sad. It probably only eats tuna.
Then it can't complain when it starves.
I can almost hear it calling. Help! Oh, I'm dying. Meow.
Stop it.
Oh, meow! Help! Tell my family.
I said stop it, okay? I admit it, but it's no worse than the rest of the stuff I carry around. Cats, but somehow
Finally. Did I miss anything?
Do you still remember how I protected you from that dragon?
Let me put that another way. Did I miss anything that didn't happen just inside your head?
Huh? Where else? Hey, Goal. Everything...
Well,
Did you see the cat?
I did. So what?
Don't you think it's cute the way it scratches at the inside of the window? It's probably hungry.
Then why doesn't it use the cat flap and catch some tuna out here?
Probably because the two of you are scaring away all the fish.
Or because he's 1, too stupid, or 2, too lazy, and 3, he's wearing a really stupid hat.
But it's not wearing a hat.
Stupid as charged.
No, the cat doesn't seem to be interested in the fish bait.
It probably only eats tuna, spoiled beast.
Well, I think it's sweet. So small and so soft.
You're soft in the head.
On.
I hope you know.
How's it going?
Get...
I've... Hey, Goal. Everything...
I don't know.
Did you see the cat?
Yes, such a poor thing. It's probably called Percival, or Mr. Meow,
Or Frank Ferry, or Mike Mouse Terror, or...
Goal, that's enough. Once we know its name, we'll feel even sorrier for it.
oh, you have such a good heart.
Ah, that's just experience. It was the same with the old woman who fell into my rocket silo. Yeah, the cat doesn't seem to be interested in the fish bait.
How sad. It probably only eats tuna.
Then it can't complain when it starves.
I can almost hear it calling. Help! I'm dying. Meow!
Stop it.
Meow!
Yeah, I said... On we...
Oh,
Finally.
Here, look.
It probably spoiled.
Well, I think it's so...
You're so in the head.
Back on track. After these highly dramatic events, Rufus managed to unite 2 of 3 parts of Cole's personality and is on his way with Doc and Bozo to recover the last one. And of course, we hit the road with Bozo's trawler, a boat we all grew fond of. It's almost a character in its own right. The trawler's bridge, however, is Deponia's version of TARDIS or the Millennium Falcon or the bridge of the Titanic. And on that, I got a question for Rufus. Did this set become your home away from home after a while?
Yeah, I wish it was, but every time I wanted to sit down on the couch, you already occupied that place. It's right where that pillow is now. Your ass made quite a dent there. Yeah, and it's still in perfect condition. You know, I always hoped somebody would kidnap you, and then the police would have made an ass mold and searched for you. But frankly, with you sitting there all the time, how on earth could I feel at home?
Yeah, you gotta admit, though, this was always my spot. I always put my mug on that cover over there. The spot was just perfectly aligned with the screen. You can see right now in the image. It wasn't too far away from the window and not too far from the door. It's just my spot.
Yeah, and your arm was always in reach of the candy that was under the stairs there. And it wasn't your candy anyway. You know, I don't want to say whose those were, but they weren't yours.
Yeah, but I might add into whose nose they got shoved later on.
Yeah, but tell them whose nose you pulled them from. You know, when you succumbed to your greed and you ate them.
Well, someone had to put them there. Let's ask Bozo later on.
Do I see the first gray hairs in his beard? I could have sworn they weren't there last week. All shipshape, mate?
Actually, the correct address would be Captain.
Yeah, we can talk about your promotion later. First, I've got a couple of questions. Can't this tub go any faster? We'll never catch up to Donna at Goal this way.
That's no way to talk about my trawler. She's one of the most reliable freighters on the Rust Red Sea. She may not look like much on the outside, but
oh, her inner beauty! Sorry, Bozo, but I overheard Tony often enough trying to set up her cousins with someone. I notice right away when someone's trying to sugarcoat a slug.
she's not a slug.
She's big bones, that's all.
What good is the fastest vessel if we don't even know where our target is?
That's beside the point. We used the same fine line to fix up Dottie Mae and Broomstick Budwin. 4 weeks later, everyone called him Vacuum Hose Budwin. So, what do we know now?
I think Goal is right. We should visit Porto Fisco first.
I don't know. That's where Janosch was headed too.
But that's good. He might be able to help us.
In what way? Is the indentation in your chair not wide enough? Or do you need someone who sorts your chip crumbs by flavor?
You shouldn't underestimate him. In times like these, people will transcend their own limits.
Obviously, he started with his trousers. Do I get to steer too?
I don't know. Do I get to run around like a madman then and get us involved in a series of disasters?
Was that a yes?
That was a go jump in the lake.
And here we are again in the floating black market.
Something's wrong here. No lights. No drunks falling into the harbor. There should be a lot more hustle and bustle here.
See? No Rufus, no party.
Or maybe it's because of the Orgonon battleships my sonar is detecting.
No, I liked my version better. Back to...
Hey, I'm still the captain.
Say what? This is outright scrutiny.
Mutiny. No screw.
You just stay focused, sailor. Just because there's a woman on board, we must not allow our thoughts to wander. Doc looks tired. Unfortunately, the sleep inductor I hammered on all night still isn't finished.
Ah, Rufus. Found any trace of that submersible yet?
I'm working on it. And you're really sure you can put Goal back together?
Of course. I just need the third cartridge.
The one that's in Donna's implant?
Exactly. The rest will be child's play. Although the sea is anything but calm, perhaps I should think about adding some stabilizers to the bone saw. Would you happen to know if Goal is a hemophiliac?
I know you can do it. Have you got any idea how we might capture Donna?
I suggest we travel to Isla Watchet. There's an old radio mast there. If we modify the transmitter just a little, we might be able to track the submersible.
Isla Watchet. Now that sounds inviting.
I hope you're wearing your long johns. The island lies in the center of a permanent storm system.
Oh, come on. I'm not afraid of a little bit of weather.
But you should be. Remember, you'll be working on electrical installations on top of a radio mast in a thunderstorm.
Oh, so what? You wouldn't believe all the hazard warnings I've ignored so far. The Orgonon has sealed off the floating black market, so Argus is already hot on our trail.
That's a bad thing. The Orgonon always used to leave us alone here.
Don't worry, Doc. They'll pay for their misdeeds, for all the suffering and the damage they've caused.
I'm just wondering, do you think they will also pay for the damage you have done?
Sure. They will pay through their noses for their misdeeds and mine. I'll carry on then.
Keep me posted.
Jeez. Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
I feel...
Hey, Goal. Everything...
Of course.
All ships...
Action.
Yeah, we can... First... Back to...
But,
So, that's Porto Fisco, the former metropolis of the Rust Red Sea. A real dump, even by Deponian standards. And what is that awful stench?
Welcome to the shore of Porto Fisco, a picturesque trashscape in mud and filth, complete with funny colored clouds that already give you an idea of the odor you're about to smell. That is not about to smell because you are safe in front of your monitor. Just for once, you should be happy that today's maddening speed of progress hasn't reached the sensual world of the nose yet. That's something left for upcoming generations to experience. Imagine the angst before opening your HoloMail Cloud app on your portable Invisimobile called iViz, not knowing if mentioned message may or may not contain yet another prank fart attachment. Yes, the distant future. I'm looking forward to that, just as you can look forward to the very near one, for there are nearly as neat discoveries to be made in this crazy location. Have fun.
I like them. They're like me, always against the flow. Huh, that reminds me of my superb trick with the field kitchen. He seems somehow familiar. Hey there, socially disadvantaged contemporary.
Is that necessary?
Why, isn't that the politically correct term? I especially didn't say rancid bum, although it was very tempting.
My name is Goon, and if you want to make fun of the homeless, you're in the wrong place.
Hey, don't worry. I'm a friend of the little guy.
The little guy?
Yeah, his name is Wenzel.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'd almost forgotten. The lower classes don't understand the language of the educated elite. Fortunately, I'm well versed in ghetto slang.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Please don't do that.
Hey ho, my brother. What's up in the hood?
Please stop that. I haven't always lived on the street. I'm an academic.
Oh, yeah, now I understand. This is some sort of social experiment, right? You've disguised yourself as a tramp in order to study their customs.
Precisely.
Very clever. I almost fell for it, but not quite. I will admit, your stink is authentic. But as far as your behavior goes, there's a lot to improve. I'm very familiar with the habits of the average hobo. I could teach you a few things if you'll answer a couple of questions in return. But no objections. I insist. You look hungry.
I am. For months, I've been living off the algae that grow on the quay wall. My gums are bleeding, but what else can I do?
I see you're making an effort, but just because it's pathetic, that doesn't make it, bum style. So what do bums eat?
Whatever they can find, I'm afraid.
No, wrong.
Last week, I even nibbled off the scabs from a discarded bandage.
No. I said wrong. No, bums eat shoes.
What?
Shoes. Everyone knows that. Amateur. Are you still hungry?
Yes. Do you have anything for me to eat?
Now that's the way I like it. Begging is very authentic.
But I'm really, really hungry.
No, don't overdo it. First, internalize this lesson. Okay, I'll explain how to eat a shoe later. Oh, what is that horrible smell? Oh, how insensitive of me. That's you. Don't you think you're overdoing it a bit?
Very funny. You don't exactly smell of orchids yourself.
Hey, stay in character, okay? A bum like you doesn't even know what orchid dahlias are. So keep it cool, okay? Is that your umbrella?
Hey, hands off! It's the only thing I still own. The weather here on the quay can sometimes be quite unpleasant.
Don't worry, I'm not going to take it away from you. I'm just going to make a couple of modifications. It looks too new.
You think so? Even though it was struck by lightning the other day?
There, that should do.
But now it won't protect me from the rain at all.
Yeah, don't be so ungrateful. I'm helping you stay in character. Can I borrow your umbrella?
Are you crazy? First you break it and now you want to take it away from me?
Well, if it's broken, then what do you need it for?
As a prop for my role.
Okay. How about a deal? I'll give you something to eat, and you give me the umbrella. Agreed?
You would really do that for me?
Of course. I told you I was a philanthropist. Can I have...
I'm almost...
No, that's good. Yeah, I can almost... A little more trembling and less wailing. We can practice a little freestyling. Yeah, as a resident of the ghetto, you only have to master one instrument, the beatbox.
Beatbox?
It's very simple. Like this. Achoo, achoo, achoo. And now, you.
Achoo, achoo.
Rufus got the groove. Rufus got the groove, yeah. Who's cooler than a platypus in hibernation? Who kicks ass in any situation? Who makes ladies faint and shriek? Can't be copied, he's unique. It's Rufus. Yeah, Rufus. Who's got style? Who is cooler? Who can fool her? Who's the ruler? Who is daring, never queasy? Who will soon be in Elysee? Rufus! Yeah, Rufus!
Baum. Baum.
Hey!
What? Huh?
What's that supposed to be?
Well, I thought I'd build in a break.
You know, that's not thinking. That's pushing yourself into the spotlight. I mean, apparently there's no point in trying to teach you to freestyle. Too bad that was one cool song, you bum. You didn't happen to see a submersible go by here?
No, sorry. I left my snorkeling gear in my winter house.
Oh, that's a pity. Wait a minute! You don't have a winter home! That was sarcasm!
You're quick on the uptake.
Yeah, okay. No more sarcasm, all right? Bums, don't use sarcasm. Can you tell me a few things about Portofisco?
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Who lives in the tent?
Oh, that is the tent of the seer. An astounding fellow. They say he can predict the future.
He doesn't know property values in the real estate market, for one thing.
He used to be a wealthy man. They said he could even predict lottery numbers, but his business isn't doing so well anymore. That's why he switched to couples counseling.
He gives relationship advice?
Why not? He's got the ideal qualifications for it.
A psychology degree?
A crystal ball.
How do I get to the Upper Ascension Station?
You can't. The Organon has sealed off all the routes to the Ascension Customs.
Do you know where I can find the rebels' secret hideout?
Huh? Sure. The entrance is right here in the sewers.
No, I meant the secret hideout.
I only know this one here.
Isn't Portofisco also an Organon settlement?
It's even their central headquarters. Ulysses has his office right by the Ascension Customs of the Upper Ascension Station. It's always been the Organon's job to keep the Deponians away from the high boats. Now there's only one left, and they say it will be leaving the planet very soon. Who knows? Maybe then the Organon will finally disappear from Portofisco. Then all of Portofisco will make a great leap upwards.
Yeah, more than you think.
Pardon me?
It's boring, I think.
Can't say I found this story all that boring.
Isn't Portofisco also an Organon settlement?
It's even their central headquarters. Ulysses has his office right by the Ascension Customs of the Upper Ascension Station. It's always been the Organon's job to keep the Deponians away from the high boats. Now there's only one left, and they say it will be leaving the planet very soon. Who knows? Maybe then the Organon will finally disappear from Portofisco. Then all of Portofisco will make a great leap upwards.
Yeah, more than you think.
Pardon me?
It's boring, I think.
I can't say I found this story all that boring.
Do you know...
The entrance...
No, Okay, let's change the subject. This place is...
Yes, Portofisco has depressed me my whole life long.
Yes, but you aren't that important, so it isn't as bad for you. Smell you, and remember what I...
Sure thing!
Oh, and, nobody likes a smartass. I admit, but it's no... I think I might have something for you to eat.
Really? Wow, I don't know what to say.
No, not so fast. I want to suggest a trade. I'll give you the food, and you give me your umbrella.
I don't know. It's the only thing I still own.
Oh, num. Yummy food.
Oh, all right. Agreed. Hey, wait a minute. That's just a broken shoe.
Exactly. The appropriate food for a tramp like you.
What? But that's...
No. Thank me later. Bon appetit. He he seems... Hey, what's up?
Oh.
Come on! Hey, you're a stinking bum, not a... Your umbrella doesn't work.
Of course not. You broke it yourself.
That's not what I mean. You said it was a lightning magnet.
Well, it worked great for me.
Oh yeah, I get it. Oh, you're just a real lucky ducky. But why doesn't it work for me?
Why would you want to be struck by lightning?
Not me, my girlfriend.
Of course, that makes sense, yes.
Of course, you... That's...
Well...
Oh, you... But why not? Smell and remember... Sure, and no...
And yet again, your knocking skills are put to the test. This minigame was, once again, not as easy to stage as you might think. There's not much more to say about this room. It's more of a passage, a room between rooms, only showing how everything's connected and so on. I like rooms like these. This room also zooms in a little closer on our protagonist, and that's a nice feature, actually. Oh. You can hear the rustling of my beard. There's this movie, what's it called? Fanboys or something? With a bunch of Star Wars fans who want to infiltrate Skywalker Ranch before episode 1 is released to snatch the film's rough cut. Of course, they get caught, and then George Lucas calls and instructs his security guys how to deal with the intruders. And then one of the fanboys, or it's a fangirl, I guess, gets really excited, going like, "Oh, I can hear his beard rustling." Yeah, and there's truth in these words. You can, in fact, hear beards rustle. By the way, the film ends with the most beautiful statement. What if the movie sucks? When they finally sit in the cinema watching Phantom Menace. Very enjoyable and in no context to this room whatsoever. Moving on.
What a waste. That could have been turned into a fantastic escape mechanism. Or a high-speed cheese grater. That's one of those handy slots where you can insert power inverters. This was bound to happen. The tank is empty. This was...
Yes?
It's me, Rufus.
No, it's not. If you were Rufus, you'd know the secret knock.
I know it. It, starts with N, right?
Ha! Good luck.
Wrong, but wrong. Blast it! I like them. They're like me, always against the flow. I admit it, but it's no worse. It fits.
Wrong, but wrong.
Blast it!
Wrong, but wrong. Hey, that was actually correct.
Of course it was correct, you dope.
Rufus, is that you? What are you doing out there?
What do I know? Maybe I just enjoy knocking.
Come on in. Janusz is expecting you.
Rufus, pleased to see you.
Janusz! Wow. What you built up here is... oh, it's not all bad.
Yes, recruitment operations are running smoothly. I must have underestimated my charisma.
Or the fact that nobody likes being blown to smithereens.
Tony? You?
Rufus?
Ah, you seem to have met. Number 26. This is number 2, our spiritual guide.
Rufus is number 2? That must be a joke.
Yeah, why am I only number 2?
By now, we have won more than 25 people in our couch.
You mean 26?
Precisely, although that is counting the 3 trained dolphins, actually.
And you're complaining about your number?
You're training dolphins?
That's my job here. Got a problem with that?
They are torpedo dolphins.
Ah, I can see how under Tony's care, even peaceful dolphins might be transformed into bloodthirsty implements of destruction. But what's the point of that? I mean, how can trained dolphins possibly help you to capture an elevator headed for orbit?
We've got to work with whatever we can get.
Which appears to be especially true for spiritual guides.
First, we were going for flying dragons, but that proved to be a fatal mistake. That's what I kept telling number 27, but he just wouldn't listen.
And here we are, back at a secret rebel hideout, the second one in this game. It's here where we encounter a fire-breathing dragon who looks rather familiar. Nah, it's not really a dragon, it's just Tony. I wrote her in pretty late into Chaos on Deponia, cause admittedly I really missed her. She's a solid driving force for Rufus, a very good mirror in which his vicious visage nicely reflects and shows what happens to those who spend too much time with him. And to bask in this, please be careful here. This is the only situation in the game where you can actually die. With a nod to the old Sierra adventures, no less. But Rufus really deserved that. He's such a douchebag.
Where did they get those uniforms so fast? Hey, Janusz.
Ah, Rufus, death to the Organon and so on.
How did you manage to mobilize so many people in such a short time?
I think they are just used to having a planet under their feet. And I also promised them t-shirts with funny prints if we win.
What's Tony doing here?
You know number 26. She joined the rebellion because someone destroyed her hometown.
Yeah, I know. The Organon.
No, not the Organon. Somebody called Evin Bastard.
Never heard of him. What's up with those torpedo dolphins?
Cool, aren't they? If you need them, talk to number 26. But don't expect too much. I had to share the torpedo equipment to order pizza for all of us.
You sold all the torpedo equipment?
Yes, in the gadget shop in the floating black market. The chopper mat gave me fireproof insoles as a bonus.
Who bought your torpedo equipment?
The chopper mat, just in time before the shop closed.
Donna is hiding underwater.
I almost wish I hadn't sold the torpedo equipment. On the other hand, the pizza was very good. Melted cheesy with the pepperoni.
Isn't it a little too risky to operate directly under the nose of the organon? Oh, speaking of which, you got a booger there.
A booger? Ooh, icky, icky, icky. But that is exactly the point. You can't see right under your nose, and down here in the sewers, nobody wants to smell either. We are even almost out of air fresheners.
Oh, I'm off to hunt submersibles.
I wish you luck, FIFA Revolution.
I'm not surprised she came crawling back to me. Well, bad luck, Tony. I've got a real girlfriend now. Well, 2/3 of one. Well, look who came toddling after me. See? You've never been able to resist my animal magnetism.
Keep it short, okay? I have a job to do here that needs my total concentration.
Guarding dolphins?
Keeping down my lunch.
What are you doing here anyway?
I could ask you the same thing. Didn't you want to go to Elysium with that Gloria?
Her name is Goal.
And where is Goal? Has she already succumbed to one of your brilliant maneuvers? Did you accidentally toss her out of a burning hot air balloon?
Far from it. It was an escape pod.
Or did you saw her into pieces?
Not literally. Goal is waiting outside, and she's in good health. At least 2/3 of her.
One can only feel sorry for her.
How did you get here? You didn't know what to do with yourself without me.
Well, I woke up one morning and was amazed to discover that there wasn't a single fire to extinguish in the whole house. I didn't have to repair the roof, scrape toothpaste off the heater, doctor any wounded neighbors. It wasn't even necessary to shoo a GNU out of the kitchen.
And then you felt a yearning for me.
And then I remembered that I haven't had a vacation in years. In Booza Westwalk, I heard rumors about a rebellion against the Organon. Apparently, that triggered my old rescuer syndrome.
You have a rescuer syndrome? If anything, you have a kidnap princesses and hurl fireballs at the rescuer syndrome.
Call it what you want. I just thought my experience in recovering the victims of explosions could be useful.
Hey, so you do owe some of your skills to me.
I can't argue with that.
Great to have you here.
Beat it!
Whether you believe it or not, I am the leader.
Oh, heavens. Just like in my worst nightmare.
Oh, yeah. So you still dream of me.
I was in therapy because of that.
Well, as much as I'd love to talk about your fantasies of me, your dream man has an important mission.
Oh.
You won't believe everything that's happened to me.
Let me guess. You were almost in Elysium, and then your good nature got in the way once again.
How did you know that?
Because that's the way this conversation always goes. Next, I say, that's what you said the last time. And you say...
But it really happened that way this time.
Exactly. And even if you are about to say the opposite, you are never going to change.
But I have changed. Darn it. I have a couple of questions about the dolphins.
No, you can't train them to sing karaoke with you.
Okay, so much for that idea. But why are the torpedo dolphins so small?
Those aren't torpedo dolphins, you moron. They're their offspring.
Baby dolphins? Oh, how cute.
There. What was that?
What was what?
Your look. You had that look again.
I did not.
Get away from the pool.
Yes, all right, all right. The baby dolphins have their pool right next to the service hatch for the canteen? Isn't that a little unsafe?
How was I to know you'd crop up here?
They make cat food out of baby dolphins, don't they?
If anything happens to them, I will kill you. I'm serious. I will kill you.
That wasn't a no. The baby dolphins have... Isn't that a little...
How is that? If any... I'm serious.
Why do the dolphins look so sad?
They're depressed.
I can understand that if you're their trainer.
Maybe I should just break a couple of your bones. I think that might cheer them up. They love physical comedy.
How can I cheer up the dolphins?
Jump in front of a moving cruiser?
No, there aren't any cruisers down here.
But it might help. They love physical comedy.
If those are torpedo dolphins, then where are their torpedoes?
Not where you're thinking.
That's a relief.
Janosch sold the torpedo equipment to pay for pizza.
Are you serious? Pizza?
No, there isn't any left.
Oh, darn it. How did you wind up training dolphins?
I told them I used to live with a crazy baboon. Apparently, that qualified me.
I need the dolphins' help for my hunt.
No way.
Aw, Tony, please. This is important.
He's right, 26. Rufus needs your dolphins more than we do.
All right. But right now, you won't have much luck with them. They've been totally depressed all day.
Okay, I'll cheer them up. After all, I'm a great entertainer. Oh, look at me. I'm Tony. My hobbies are bitching, screaming, and training dolphins. Oh yeah, I've still got it. You can't tell the difference from the original.
Maybe it would cheer them up if you slowly choke to death. They love physical comedy.
You know, I think we should change the subject. All this talk is making me hungry for tuna.
And my ulcer is acting up again.
The dolphin pool needs to be cleaned again. Recruit.
Excuse me? I hope I misheard that.
But Tony, I am the leader here after all. I have to make sure that everything runs smoothly. And I can't show you preferential treatment just because we used to be together.
That is...
Is there a problem, Rufus?
I don't think you have your team under control, Janosch. Number 26 here actually attempted to contradict me just now.
Oh, is that the fact? I must say, number 26. If the boss gives you an order, then you must obey.
But...
No buts, recruit.
Oh, aye, boss.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I was wrong. This is a lot worse than my nightmare.
Oh, and by the way, I want my coffee black for the meeting, recruit.
You cannot be serious.
Janosch.
Recruit!
You're out of your minds. I am not your...
Recruit!
Oh, and don't spill any, recruit.
You're digging your own grave.
Yeah, whatever. It's worth it. Drop and give me 20, recruit.
Don't push your luck.
Hey, this is Civil War, Tony. Every little bit of flab on your thighs could mean the death of one of our comrades.
You miserable!
Uh-oh.
I could ask you, didn't you want to go to Elysium with her? And has she already succumbed? Did you accidentally toss her out of a burning hot air balloon?
Far from it. It was an escape pod.
Or did you saw her into pieces?
Not literally. Goal is waiting outside, and she's in good health. At least 2/3 of her.
One can only feel sorry for her.
How you did?
Well, I didn't have it, and
you have.
I just.
Great to have.
With
well, you. You
will connect that, but it and you.
But I. Darn it. I am. I know.
This.
I have a. But. Why are
there?
There.
Your guess.
Is how they I'm that. Why do the
I think they
why do the dog
I think they
how can I
but in my day
if those are you
no
how did you if those are
yeah no
are you
no
I need the
No.
This is...
Right.
Okay, after all... my... Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe they look...
You know,
And my...
Oh, yeah. Recruit...
I am...
Oh, and... Yeah, it's... I have him bleeding. What?
I hoped maybe... No.
Hey, Janosch.
Def.
Oh, I'm off. Why do the dolphins look so...
They're maybe I should just break a I think that they...
My dolphinese. There's no more diesel.
Alas. Actually, we needed to run the turbine in the sewers. Luckily for us, the winds out there are offshore right now. As soon as the wind turns, the stink in here becomes unbearable.
The baby dolphins have their pool. Isn't that how they make it?
I'm serious.
Hey, you should Uncle... Sweet. You even have...
Certain. We have to supply our troops somehow.
Wow, that's more than I would have expected of you.
What do you think? We aren't just playing around.
Would your new friend like an orange juice, Janosch?
Not now, Mama.
Another new... Are you one of your...
Hey, I'm the leader.
Of course you... Would our brave leader like an orange...
Maybe later. You wouldn't happen to have any cat food?
I'm sorry, my boy, no. I wanted to make some earlier, but the nice young lady pointed out to me that the baby dolphins aren't part of the supplies.
What nice young lady? That just screams for... Salana Iyong Ayeses.
What was that?
What do you think? I speak Dolphinese.
Save your breath. They're depressed.
I can understand that if you're their trainer.
Maybe I should just break a couple of your bones. I think that might cheer them up. They love...
That just... Yeah, that's funny. That's guaranteed to cheer up the dolphins. Darn! My plan obviously needs a little polishing. There's no more... The tank is... Where am I going to get...
This is one of those "what the hell were you thinking" pokey screens. There are a lot of that. Frankly, in terms of content, you could have staged the puzzle-relevant objects we have here in another screen, but I wanted to give this room some screen time, though, since it was something we planned to show in Deponia 3. Even though we've revised and rewrote Deponia 3 excessively, especially the Portafisco passage, this room still managed to stick around. In the third installment, it will be presented from completely different perspective, context, time of the day, and so on. Well, actually, this room's a relic from my old take on Deponia 3, and thus has no real significance for this game. And actually, the room really backfired at me in Deponia 3. The new concept made it pretty difficult to write the room's content into the new story. I had to bend and work around things, a truly frustrating situation, since showing this room previously resulted in very limited design choices for it in the third part. Fortunately, it all ended well. I like the scenes taking place in this location in Goodbye Deponia. The space and distance don't quite match the Porta Fisco we'll see in part 3. Let's call it an optical illusion, so don't look too closely.